Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. There's our boat. I didn't get a perfect timing. Actually, it'll wait about 5 minutes. When I logged in, a boat was here, but it was the boat to Selbina. This is the boat to Alzabi. And honestly, it's probably going to take about 6 minutes to get a show on the road, but I kind of wanted to show it coming on in. I also wanted to look at it to see if it was any different, and I think it is. I haven't looked at one of these at the side in a long time, but I think the sides here are made out of metal. Maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. The interior looks exactly the same though. Kind of worn out. If you're curious about how long it takes for it to go while you're waiting on the dock, you can talk to the lady. And she tells you when it departs. It looks like they've sped up. They've actually sped up departure times for these. I guess because hardly anyone uses them anymore, so they're trying to make them more convenient for people who've never been. Unlike the ferry from Selbina to Mara, or Mara to Selbina, we probably won't be able to fight the monsters on it because we're only level 32. Yeah, I decided that I'm just gonna go about unlocking everything. Some things will be harder to unlock than others, and I'm still missing an expansion flag, the start of an expansion. Because that's basically how all the jobs work, except the only expansion without new jobs is Chains of Promathia. And coincidentally, Chains of Promathia is probably one of the best expansions in the game. Not just from a story perspective, but from like a what they chose to do with it perspective. And then also, technically it has the hardest to access areas, because to access its areas, well, most of them, there's prerequisites. Well, I guess when I say most of them, I just mean, let's see, Lufay's Meadows, Mizuru Coast, Reverne Sites A and B, Sacrarium, Tabnasian Safehold, Fominua, Fowe Miuna Aqueduct, that's how you say that, Sea Lion's Den, technically. And then Altau, and Palace of Huxzoi, and then the 11th one, Garden of Rumet. So yeah, 11 of the Chains of Promathia exclusive zones are mildly exclusive because they're locked behind 3 Chains of Promathia, not just story missions, but story dungeons. Complete with bosses, and in this game that's a much bigger deal than in like 14, where like a dungeon takes like 15 minutes. Whenever we do those dungeons, they probably take about half an hour to 45 minutes, even now. And in the past, they took a couple, 2 to 3 hours, depending on who you had with you, and how well they knew what they were doing, and if you're counting prep time or not. Because at a minimum, you used to need a group of 6 people. And everyone needed to have level 30 gear. The Chains of Promathia expansion is actually quite interesting compared to the other ones. The other ones all basically focused on being maximum level at the time, which for their time was level 75. And so that kind of meant the early missions were a lot easier than the later missions. And so you go from basically doing nothing in the story and kicking butt on wimps to basically needing a full party of people who know what they're doing relatively and like different jobs and things to get things done. So kind of weird. Made a lot of the storylines feel kind of choppy. But Chains of Promathia did something different. They tried to make an expansion that was for everyone. Oh, we could actually fight these with trust, no problem. Okay. Might want to be a little bit careful though. Also, you notice the music unique with this ferry. But they go ahead and give us the Treasures of Aht Urghan music for combat. I can dig it. But yeah, this is a reskin Pugil, obviously, called a Jaggle, or Jagil, or Jagil? I don't know. Jagil? Maybe the G is like that. Too bad, I guess. I didn't expect anything to just be in like the mid-30s on this boat. Thought for sure everything was going to be in the, at a minimum, the like 50s. But it's been a long time since I wrote it, so... Because you only ever need to write it once. Even back in the day, there were ways to get out of Aht Urghan pretty readily that were either teleportation or, you know, similar. You could always set your home point in Aht Urghan so that you warp there, you know, if you die. But then you could just, it was a hip and hop in place, so you could just ask a white mage to teleport you, you know, to like the Crag of Dim. You know, pay him like 1,000 gil and, you know, be on your way. Yeah, I was talking about Chains of Promathia before I got distracted, and they wanted to make an expansion for all levels. So what they did was they made the early missions you level synced down to level 30. And originally in this game, whenever your level got synced, you couldn't wear any gear that was a higher level than the synced level, and that had the effect of meaning you needed to keep low-level gear even if you had everything leveled just to do early Chains of Promathia missions or farm anything in a level-synced dungeon, causing much consternation for our inventory issues at the time, but also really beautiful because it meant that newbies who were just starting out and just getting to level 30 and just unlocking their advanced jobs and stuff could actually jump in on an expansion. Even with old salts, you know, who weren't there yet or hadn't bothered to do it yet, and be at the same advantage and be just as important to the party and get things done, and help get things done. And so that was a really fun aspect of it that I don't think a lot of people really embraced. That's probably because they kept the level syncs around, in my opinion, for a bit too long. Like the first chapter is like level 30, the second chapter is level 40, and then you get stuck in level 40 syncs until like, I want to say the end of the third chapter. And then it hops up pretty readily to 50, and then a little later on to 60 sync. And then it's 60 sync until the 7th chapter, and about the 7th chapter is where it stopped syncing your gear, as far as I know, at least at the 75 cap. I could be wrong, it's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure that's when. There's 8 chapters in Chains of Promathia, so you basically, for 2 of the chapters, you're completely unrestrained. Of course, there's also in between, like, dungeon battles where occasionally you'll spawn like a notorious monster off of a quest point, and you get to fight those at full strength. But yeah, for a long while you're synced, and so what this actually led to was people just leveling the maximum level anyway without beating Chains of Promathia, and then going back later and trying to get it done, because it was considered to be extraordinarily difficult. And this is probably because you couldn't be carried through it. You had to pull your own weight, regardless of who you were. Whereas the other storylines, like Rise of the Zillert or the Nation missions, you could have someone more experienced than you, a higher level than you, carry you through those, as long as you met the requirements for entry. So like, some bosses that are supposed to be really, you know, important and all that, you know, just get completely destroyed by someone who's been playing the game for a few years. And as a result, the people who have been leveling sort of lazily while watching cat videos and stuff, sharing the work of leveling between them and whoever their party winds up being, don't really learn a lot about actually playing the game well, or playing their job well, or getting their skill ups, or anything. So, like, actually kind of detrimental to not have your story missions level synced. Not completely, obviously. Whenever they pick up the pace, like in Treasures of Aht Urghan, or the very end of the Zillert chain, you know, carry ability stops really being a thing. I mean, not completely, but just like, I don't know. It's just my rumination on that, I guess. I thought Chains of Promathia was really great from all angles. Although I think my favorite expansion is like a toss-up between Aht Urghan and I really liked Wings of the Goddess as well, because I liked all of it. It's really hard to choose a favorite. For a long time, I maintained that my favorite was Rise of the Zillert, because a lot of people said it was terrible. And I don't think it was terrible. I just don't think it had... There weren't really that much to it. It was just simple. It was short. A little disjointed from a pacing perspective. It starts off with like this big long trek to go everywhere and find these headstones. You fight notorious monsters at the headstones. You have a journey. It's really cool. And then you suddenly get like back-to-back... Well, maybe no. I guess it goes battlefield fight, headstone pilgrimage, battlefield fight, cutscene, 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 cutscene. Access to the final areas. Told what you gotta do to advance with a really hard battlefield, and then it's 2 fights in a row. Although the second fight takes place in a different section of the final area, on its inner inside section. And, well, yeah. And it's only 16 missions long, and like half of those are just go here, see cutscene. So, you know, it's only actually like 8 missions that involve combat. Whereas like later expansions, like Aht Urghan, this is like 44 missions long. Chains of Promathia is 8 chapters, and each chapter has like 4 or 5 subsections. So it's actually like, you know, like 30 missions long, more or less. Zillert 16. Nation missions, they have 10 ranks, usually with 1 or 2, sometimes 3, you know, missions per rank. So, you know, it's like 20 missions or whatever per nation. And there's a lot of overlap, especially with the early missions. Like, Windurst and Sandoria aren't going to have the Zarin report, but I'm pretty sure they all have something similar to a geological survey where you go to the crag and do a faded crystal thing. They all have a thing with beastmen where, like, you go collect something the beastmen have that's rare exclusive that you trade back or whatever. They've all got the emissary. They've all got Juno. They've all got Magicite. They've all got the one that's going to come after Magicite. It's an interesting sort of thing. This view off the side of the boat used to astound me as a kid. I'd never been out to sea back then, so this kind of stuff really... Was that a whale tail? Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff to see while you're fishing on these boats, if you bother to ride them. Also, sometimes rare notorious monsters will spawn on the boats. Like they'll just come out of the sea and spawn on the boat. That's the way it used to work anyway. I wonder if they've changed that, considering the boat ride is going to be overall shorter. They sped it up. I still really want to say the side of this boat that goes to Aht Urghan is actually different than the one that goes between Selbina and Mara. Like, I'd have to look at the one from Selbina and Mara and actually, like, be really paying attention. Oh snap! That's just like the whales? Are those supposed to be dolphins? I mean, they look like whales, but... Huh. I miss stuff like this. This is like kind of the reason that people say they want stuff like this in modern MMOs, and other people cry foul. They say, how dare you want something that's not instant teleportation to the exact place you need to go, you know, with flying that lets you ignore the entire overworld and get to your objective in like 2 seconds. Let's get 2. A little bit of... Can't cast Drain right now because reasons. We don't have Black Mage or Dark Knight sub. Yeah, I just casted Sleep to get some more enfeebling. I knew it wasn't going to stay asleep. It's a water monster, and poison's water elemental, so if I was actually able to land poison, that would actually be kind of nifty. Quite the sleepy ferry ride. Land looks really green. I guess that makes sense. Oh, you can actually sort of like see the outline of the city. Trust. I wonder if I could improve my draw distance further still. Like, I have the settings set up in FFXI config. Like, the draw distance box is checkmarked, which I assume maximizes it. There used to be something you do on PC, you go into the registry and you can alter the draw distance and make it really good. Oh snap, nostalgia. Nostalgia wave. My brain. My brain! I remember when this came out and I first rode this ferry here, I got here and I was like, yeah, I'm in Aht Urghan! And I was like, am I even a high enough level to EXP here? Because I was actually like level 52 or 53 or something like that when Aht Urghan first came out. And yeah, I was a little bit behind the curve due to being grounded the prior fall for like 3 or 4 months from like, I guess it was July until November, because I had hogged the television upstairs all summer long and gotten in fights with my older brother, so my mom grounded me. Crayfish. Okay, so she sells fish. This guy sells magic map. Why are you selling maps to Ordell's Cave, dude? This is, I could actually use some of these maps, though. Actually, we could use quite a few of these maps. Could really use all of these maps. I just, it kind of doesn't make sense to me that he's selling maps of, you know, stuff that's not the Near East. Also kind of bugs me that I can buy maps of way later areas and expansions that, like, I'm not going to get to for, like, several weeks. But, ah well. So we're here in Aht Urghan, and our main deal is to unlock jobs, but remember we heard about Salaheem Sentinels from a quest that we never actually even bothered to do? What are you doing standing around here? You're just getting in the way. Can't you see how busy I am? What's your deal anyway? You got business with me? Nope, never seen ya. Your lack of fashion sense, that slack-jawed face, and that slouching posture. You can't possibly be from around these parts. You're a foreigner, aren't you? Just the type of person you've been looking for? Yeah, I guess so. We're the only mercenary organization in all of Al-Zabi that the royal family puts its trust in. We're the best of the best, the cream of the crop, but you won't get any lucrative offers just finishing up grunt work, so don't go thinking you can slack off. Show me what you're made of, huh? Well, I'm level 32. I don't remember her being so... The Immortals, huh? Personal bodyguards, huh? Okay. 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 Okay, so we got a mission here. We gotta take this supplies package to a staging point. A bronze box entrusted to you by Najah Salaheem. It is sealed with animal glue, so you cannot see what it contains. You can hear something soft rolling around inside when you shake the box. Nothing right now. Abquaba is gonna be hilarious. Oh, that's one of my favorite things about this expansion. But, yeah, that's just the pickup to, I don't know if that actually counts as the next mission. Yeah, I guess it does. Yep, okay. I don't remember how the storyline goes at all, as far as, like, quest objectives. I just know we're not a mercenary yet, so there's not a lot we can do. But we can already start unlocking jobs. And the first one on our docket, and the easiest one to unlock out of all three of the Aht Urghan jobs, is Blue Mage. And yeah, Blue Mage. So you gotta talk to this guy. Wowed. He's got that bald human face again. His eyes look kind of shiny though, don't they? Like his pupils, they look white. I don't think they should. But maybe that's just my graphics card. Ah, visitor from foreign shores. Greetings. I'm Wowed, a humble seer of Alzabi. I divine from your appearance that you hail from the western continent. A place we here know as the Middle Lands. An adventurer, yes? The Empire of Aht Urghan recruits mercenaries on a grand scale, as she does all things. Our meager city has become a scurrying anthill of activity. But you did not come to hear simple gossip. Destiny brought you to me, and it is of destiny I shall speak. I require less coin from adventurers for my divinations, considering their uncertain employment. Sure, gaze away, why not? I shall now proceed to ask you several questions. My divinations follow a somewhat unorthodox process. Answer truthfully, and all shall be revealed. What is destiny? Yeah, you forge it for yourself, dude. Does the accomplishment of a goal require sacrifice and hardship? Not if you think hard enough. Okay, absolutely. You hold in your hands a forbidden scroll. Reading it will bring you untold wisdom, but cost all that you own. Yeah, read the scroll. For the loss of one life would save 10,000, which you offer yourself without hesitation. Would you choose a tumultuous life where fame or fortune were attainable, or a tranquil life where both were forever beyond your reach? A chaotic life. You stand on the precipice between life and death. Would you choose to live life as a beast if it would save you from falling into the shadowy abyss of the underworld? Embrace life as a beast. Companion in battle turns against you, raising a weapon to attack. Cut him down. A loved one is afflicted with a terrible illness. There's little time left to live. You are asked to end that life by your own hand. Grant the request. You are in the midst of a fierce battle. The enemy lying at your feet was once a friend. His breath is ragged and weak. Superior to whom you owe a great debt orders you to act in a way that violates your sense of justice. Thank you for your patience. The answers you have provided will be most helpful in my divination. Let us look upon what has been revealed. I see the symbol of the sky serpent, and it suggests spending time away from battle. For a change of pace, why not try your hand at harvesting in the Wadjoan woodlands or Bathlao thickets? You may make an unexpected discovery. If divining is my stock and trade, it may hardly surprise you to know that I believe destiny to be an ever-flowing river of possibilities. Yet there are also those who see destiny as immutable and inescapable. Which do you believe, I wonder? But I digress. If you desire to hear my divinations again, return here after one full cycle of the sun. May the true serpent of Walhara hold you firmly in its coils. Well, I failed. I thought, oh, I had to pay 1,000 gil for failing? Ugh. So, if you answer him correctly, it proceeds the quest, and you will unlock Blue Mage. I don't know if failing flags it? No, it doesn't flag it. Yeah, no quest is flagged. But basically, we gotta answer him in a way that would reflect being a blue mage. The way I remember it, you just answer him, you know, as cutthroat and as viciously as possible. But I guess there's something I forgot because I got it wrong. Maybe I was supposed to carry out the order from my superior instead of follow my sense of justice. Oh, I hope we can catch that boat in time. Quickly! Quickly! Faster! Faster! Go! Oh my god! Just fucking let me. So yeah, I know you probably don't want to see another boat ride, but you're gonna see another boat ride. Because this is the ship bound for Nashmau. And Nashmau is where we gotta go in order to unlock other things. It should also be relatively easy to carry out the mission objective for joining Salaheem's Sentinels, which will come in handy later when we're actually of an appropriate level to be around here. We can't try with Wyode until Dark's Day, or I guess it's Earth's Day next. We can't try with either. But yeah, let me look up this Blue Mage quest. The last time I did it, I was actually able to just get it on my first try without looking it up. But the very first time I did it, I definitely looked it up because I got tired of failing. I had no idea what you wanted to see. Or, I mean, hear. What is destiny? One forges for oneself. Does the accomplishment of a goal require sacrifice and hardship? Absolutely. You hold in your hands a forbidden scroll. Reading it will bring you untold wisdom, but cost all that you own. Apparently you're supposed to say, burn the scroll. If the loss of one life would save 10,000, would you offer yourself without hesitation? Without hesitation. Would you choose a tumultuous life where fame or fortune were attainable, or a tranquil life where both were forever beyond your reach? A chaotic life. You stand on the precipice between life and death. Would you choose to live life as a beast if it would save you from falling into the shadowy abyss of the underworld? Embrace life as a beast. A companion turns against you in battle, raising a weapon to attack. Cut him down. 8. A loved one is afflicted with a terrible illness and has little time left to live. You are asked to end that life by your own hand. Grant the request. You were in the midst of a fierce battle. The enemy lying at your feet was once a friend. His breath is ragged and weak. End his pain. So, wow, okay. A superior to whom you owe a great debt orders you to act in a way that violates your sense of justice. Follow your sense of justice. So the only one I didn't answer right was the one about the fucking forbidden scroll. God damn it, you know? Like... I don't know, it just doesn't seem correct to say burn it, right? It says it'll cost you everything that you own, right? But that's like material goods, right? Like what does a blue mage need with material goods? You need that forbidden knowledge. You need those forbidden spells. I call horse hockey. It's okay though, because it let us get on the ferry to Nashmau. And I don't think this guy wearing a Shire Manteel sells anything different. No, he does sell elemental cards. These are an item that Corsairs use for an ability called Quick Draw, where they whip out a gun and they shoot an elemental shot. Let's see, there's an Apkalu on the deck, and I don't think we want to fuck with that. For two reasons. One, I'm pretty sure it's a higher level than we are by quite a bit. And two, Apkalu are one of a few enemies in this game where the more of them you kill, the harder the subsequent ones you fight will be. So like, let's say you fight one Apkalu, it's pretty easy, you kill it. Well, you decide you want to EXP on them because it was so easy to kill. Well, about 10 Apkalus later, they're suddenly so much harder to kill for some reason, but they're not checking, you know, like they're a higher level or anything. They're the same level as they have been, but man, they're hitting you harder, they're hitting you faster, they're taking less damage. What's going on? Well, they have like an invisible trait where they get like a racial memory of your character, more or less, and it causes them to be able to combat you more effectively. Such that, like, sometimes it's nearly impossible to kill an Apkalu if you've killed too many of them. And there are also Apkalu notorious monsters. Another monster that's like this in the game are Tonberries. They've got Tonberries in Final Fantasy XI, and they have everyone's grudge. And the more Tonberries you've killed, the more damage everyone's grudge will do. There's no way to resist everyone's grudge except to have not killed Tonberries. One of the Rise of the Zillart battle missions requires you to fight 3 notorious monster Tonberries at the same time. And if you have killed a bunch of Tonberries prior to that, then you're boned. Fortunately, there's a way to counteract the effects. Look at that volcano out there. Burn, baby, burn. But you can counteract Tonberry hate. Oh, look, it looks like an ocean palace. Getting bigger the closer I get to it. Yeah, that ocean palace, we'll learn its name soon enough. Actually, we could probably just look at the region info, right? So we passed Halbung territory because that was a volcano, right? We're going up here. Oh, look, ruins of Azadale. We're going to Nash Mao, right? So we just passed these. Dun, dun, dun. They actually link all of the land with underground tunnels with teleporter things. They link every area in the Aht Urghan expansion. Cyan Deep Pugil. Incredibly tough. High evasion and defense, because it's probably in the level 50s. Yikes. And could you imagine, like, coming here without, like, looking anything up, or, like, without knowing anything, and, like, you've got your trust, so you're cocky, you're like, incredibly tough, whatever, I can kill it. And you attack it, and it hits you for 500 damage, and you just, you know, regret your life decisions. You're usually pretty safe on the ferry, though, if you just stick it out with the helmsman, or stick down there in the cargo hold, or the passenger hold, or whatever. Clearly, you get a better view up here in the helmsman's cabin, or bridge, or whatever. Oh, I'm a little tired. I don't really find it exciting to ride these, especially when I can't fight. Oh look, you can kind of see like it's got like some ornate like brass or gold or something, and it appears to be made out of like marble or something. So it makes it kind of similar to the architecture and the White Gate, but not really because it's crowned by the brass or the gold or whatever it is. Maybe it was made by their ancestors. I haven't really got over it before, but if you look up in the night sky for Final Fantasy 11, you'll see certain stars have different colors. Like there's that red star out there, and there's that yellow star there, blue star, a green star. Those are all stars that correspond to the elements and correspond to terrestrial or celestial avatars or whatever. Pretty cool, you know. Red one's like Ifrit star or whatever, and the yellow one's like Titan star. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, those are some really big ruins, huh? The Apkali was like bending onto the floor. There's actually an if I remember right, there's an Apkali notorious monster that spawns on this ferry. Or it might be technically the ferry that goes from Nashville to White Gate. But either way, Apkali spawns, and it drops like some level 71 or 72 sword for Paladin only, I think. That's like blood red. And it used to be considered a pretty good sword, but I don't know. I thought it kind of looked bad, and if not memorable, and I didn't think it was really that good from a damage perspective. I think its big thing was it had like enmity +2 on it or something. And tanks back in the day were like, oh yes, enmity gear, it helps so much. And it's like, well, of course it does, because all y'all are wearing full Koenig and being retarded. But, you know, whatever. There's some really questionable choices that tank armor, like, sort of like levies on players that don't know what they're doing. Like, there's a tank set that it literally makes a direct trade-off. Like, it's -10 strength, -10 dexterity, but then +20 vitality and +20 charisma. The charisma is supposed to help you with like your magical evasion and your like enmity, I guess, or something. And the vitality is supposed to boost your defense and the amount of healing you receive. But the thing is that you lose so much strength and dexterity, you can't hit the broadside of a barn. And vitality, when that armor was relevant, vitality and defense were actually bugged, so they didn't actually do anything for you except modify weapon skills or spells. And so basically, putting that armor on was basically like just shooting out your own kneecaps and then expecting to win a marathon. At least it looked kind of cool, but like it was really terrible. But you could not talk Paladin mains out of wearing it. They're like, this is cool, this is amazing. It came from that dragon, it must be good. And it's like, no, sorry, it's actually terrible. For those of you who might be wondering, I'm talking about the Koenig set. Look, fish bots. Actually, it's players, but they're fish botting. But probably, I would assume. I'm sorry if I've misjudged you players over there. who aren't actually currently fishing. Just standing there at the dock for some reason. Maybe they were all fish spotters and they ran out of bait. Fish spotting is immensely popular because it's really hard to distinguish from actual play. And so a lot of people do it. My brother was one of them. And like, because fishing is used in cooking and stuff, like you can always get money off of it. You can also NPC a lot of fish for a pretty good amount. And so like, oh, we don't have a map. So, I think we just want to like go out this way. Okay, so we don't really need trusts, but if we're going to summon any of them, we want to summon the ones that'll let us live the longest. Should we take aggro? Which we shouldn't be taking aggro, but if we do, we want to live. So it's going to be both my healers, both my paladins. And then hope that I don't take any aggro. But we grabbed the home point in Nash Mao, and that was the main point of riding the ferry. Because in order to unlock Puppet Master and Corsair, which are the other jobs, we actually have to talk to some NPCs in Whitegate first, I think, and then go to Nash Mao and talk to some more people there, and then go to a place in this zone, Cadaver Meyer. You know, it's basically Cadaver Meyer. To get those jobs unlocked. And we'll actually need to be on Thief to unlock Corsair, because we're of such a low level. There's a door that we have to get through that requires a key, but the monsters that drop the key are far too strong for us. And watch out for imps. They have True Sight, so they will aggro you. And if they do, I guess what I would do is I would engage it with my sword and try to hit it, swing at it, and then hope that my trusts took aggro with like provoke or flash or something, and then I would run the fuck away, like back to the zone line or just away. And in all likelihood, the imp would probably catch up and kill me still, but you know, what else are you gonna do? Let's see, I thought, okay, I can't get through there, but might have gone out the wrong entrance. Might have needed to go out the north entrance. Nash Mao has three entrances to leave. An eastern one, a northern one, and a western one. The western one leads to a specific place involved in missions. It's like a graveyard, and then beyond that there's like a Halshelm testing ground, which is for an event called Einherjar, as well as some other story missions. And those things, the J-Nuns, they're in a family that's called Doom Toads, I guess because like an early version of those are like undead toads or something. And at nighttime they're awake and they'll blood aggro you, but during the daytime they're asleep, and so they don't aggro at all. But they're not very troublesome. They don't have true sound or true sight or anything. These imps, on the other hand, true sight, and they're black mages, and they're annoying. But they're actually really good experience points. This is one of the biggest experience points camps of all time. And you focus on killing imps because they have almost no HP. Very breakable. Very breakable monsters. But very annoying because they have two TP moves. One is they toot on their little horn, and it makes you have the amnesia effect, which means you can't use job abilities or weapon skills. The other one is they toot on their horn and it silences everyone in range. So if you were a mage, you better be like 15 yards away or whatever, or you're boned, you're silenced, and you need to use echo drops. Critical hits could actually break their horn, and if you did that, they would cast they would do an ability called Frenetic Rip. Okay, so we're here. This is a staging point. This is the Cadaver Meyer staging point. The runic seal is involved in battlefields for what's known as assault. And I wonder why that. Maybe he's just hanging out for the music. I don't know. Narima, huh? I, Narima, will carry out the Empress's order through fire, ice, and storm. Oh, welcome to the Azuf Isle staging point. You've got something to say. You want to say to me? Yeah, take this supply package. You look like my ex-girlfriend. Want to smooch? No, I'm kidding. That would be cheating on Sarah, and I wouldn't want to actually do that. The scent makes me feel so fresh and pure. Well, what is it? Runic portal, the pride of Aht Urghan, huh? Brilliant alchemists created it themselves. It takes you apart and puts you back together in a faraway place. Scary, isn't it? I was scared at first, too. I mean, the entire contraption is simply beyond belief. It's hard to believe that such a thing could exist on Vana'diel. I really don't get it. How could your body be disassembled and then each individual molecule meticulously reassembled in Nalzabi's chamber of passage? Does that make sense to you? Well, it might be frightening, but once you've traveled to Al-Zabi once using the runic portal, you can use it to return here too. So if you'd ever like to talk with me again, don't forget about it. Dun dun dun! Our Imperial standing has increased. What was the challenge that just got issued by Records of Eminence? Well, we actually made it without dying, so that's cool. And the day has changed, so we can talk to Aht again and answer the questions correctly this time. It still bothers me that, like, being brave and reading this scroll and not caring about your material goods, like, is the wrong answer compared to burn the scroll. Like, what the fuck? Okay, in celebration of your most recent login, we've provided you with 500 points. Okay. I guess login campaigns are good. Anywho, Wowwood, it is Earth's Day now, and you have to let me try your stupid bullshit again. Something you forged for yourself. Absolutely. Burn it, apparently. Without hesitation. A chaotic life. Embrace life as a beast, duh. Cut him down. Grant the request. end his pain. Follow your sense of justice. Thank you for your patience. The answers you have provided will be most helpful in my divination. Let's look upon what has been revealed. Sky, flame, gale, stone, and spring. I see all 5 serpent symbols. The sign heralds a turning point in your destiny. The time will come when you must choose one of 2 paths. The road you walk will be entirely up to you. Even I cannot ascertain what awaits you at the end of each path. Yet one must choose. Words are hard. Yet one must be chosen nonetheless. Yeah, his pupils are white. What the fuck's up with that? Maybe it's supposed to be the light, but I mean, it's fucking nighttime and he's wearing a hood. So what the fuck is wrong with his eyes? This choice cannot be avoided, huh? My divination is at its end. Have I unsettled you? Haha. A seer I may be, but I suggest you take these divinations with a light heart, no matter what the sign suggests. Should a sign prove to be the gentle push that was needed, then consider it a blessing. Now comes the matter of payment. I am told that an object of incredible rarity can be found in the Middlelands. Would you consider bringing me this prize in place of common coin? To be truthful, the one who wishes to gaze upon this object is my own bedridden mother, a final wish from a curious old lady. Do not concern yourself with the paste. My dear mother clings to life with surprising ferocity. The object of which I speak is precious in the Near East, but worth precious little elsewhere. The treasure I would have you seek is precious stone. It is said to be as red as blood and found in the land of geysers. The discovery of this object is apparently made easier under very particular conditions, but I am not sufficiently familiar with the geography of your continent to even know where to start. I cannot provide you with the name of the treasure, but perhaps with your knowledge. My apologies, you do not need to hear the woes of some street corner fortune teller. In fact, I shall not ask payment of you this day, and please forget my unreasonable request. May fortune smile upon you. So basically, he said a stone as red as blood. That comes from the land of geysers. Obviously, that's the Dangraf Wadi. It could also be Valkram Sun Sand or a Siren's Tear. But this just proves that Bastok is the best, because 2 out of 3 of those items it comes from Bastok adjacent zones. And the Valkram Sun Sand comes from Zelkheim, which is related to both Bastok and Sandoria, because it's sandwiched between their territory. We can get a Dangraf Stone by examining a certain question mark thing. In the Dangraf Wadi. It has to be sunny. But it doesn't matter what time of day it is. And then, let's see. For Corsair, we need to talk to a guy named Ratib at a place that's a tea house, which I don't have a map of the White Gate yet, so I'll just have to remember where that is. I think we're fairly close, though. It's like at J12, I'm pretty sure, right through here. Yeah, okay, so where's Ratib? There's Ratib. Hi, Ratib. Tell me things, Ratib. Papa, we have to do something. Silence, do not speak to your father in such a way. But he might be in big trouble. Someone has to help him. There's nothing we can do about it. If I get involved, it'll just draw the Immortals' attention to me, and I'll never be able to do business in Alzabi again. But still, stop your whining and help me with the chop. What was that all about? Oh, I get it. A moment ago, the Immortals came and arrested that guy's son, Mutib. He's suspected of having dealings with the Corsairs. Uh-oh. The Immortals consider the Corsairs their enemies. Just forget about it already. That brat would just cause trouble if he were still here anyway. Don't talk about Mutib that way. If you're not going to help him, then I will. Sorry you had to see that. Seeing as I'm always busy with the shop, that kid's growing closer to his older brother than he has to me. But his brother Mutib's such bad news, I always expected something like this to happen. He doesn't want his ways to rub off on his younger brother, so he orders me to keep his vile business a secret. Of course, that kind of craftiness is incomprehensible to a child. What am I supposed to do with that boy? He won't be able to do anything by himself. Sorry, sir, but I can't leave my shop. Do you think you could go check on Wasud for me? Okay, so... now we gotta go chat to someone named Mafwab near the Aht Urghan White Gate, which is actually also a location within White Gate itself. It's the Imperial White Gate, the gateway to the Royal Palace, basically. And it's like all the way east. This layout of the city is pretty simple. It's basically divided into like I want to say six things. There's like the ferry docks in the middle, and then 4 corners. The southwest corner is the Mughal House. The southeast corner is the tea house. The northeast corner is the staging points and the assault office and the White Gate. And the northwest corner is the way to Al-Zabi, which is the poor district. The district for the poors. Absolutely nothing. Miscreant time. Uh-huh. Regroup on the wing of the seagull. Huh. Damn Koltada and his seagull fratry? Fratry? Fratry sounds right. Like fraternity almost. Got anything interesting to say? The Seagull Fratry's headquarters are said to be located somewhere on Arapago Reef, but we have yet to pinpoint their exact location. So basically at this point we have to go to the Arapago Reef and open a door and go to a question mark. But in order to do that, we need to be on Thief, and we'll need to have some very particular tools in order to open the door. Thief can open locks with Thieves' tools, skeleton keys, and I think there's like one other thing. and the quality or like type of tool might cause you to need more or less attempts to open the lock. Point is, we gotta be on Thief. But before we do that, we need to go to Bastock. We need to go to the markets. We need to go to the auction house. Because in order to unlock Puppet Master, of all things, it actually starts in Bastock. But only after you've got a level 30 job. And I think only after you've been to Aht Urghan. And you remember the guy, right? He's standing by the fountain. Looks all fancy with little thing dancing beside him. Yeah, that's the guy. That's a Puppet Master. Shamar Han. He just looks like some sort of entertainer. Okay, don't die on me, game. Just play the cutscene. Would you like to join and dance? Looks like he's taken a liking to you. This little guy's name is Val King. What do you say, Val? Nice to meet you, kind sir. Hey, wait a minute. Puppet Master can't wear Jessica Delson's. Haha, isn't he the cutest thing? But to tell the truth, it's only because I made him that way. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I was controlling his every movement. Puppets like him are called automatons. They can do all sorts of things, but it all depends on the handler's skill. I make my living entertaining people this way. People who can control and customize automatons are referred to as Puppet Masters in the Near East. You say you'd like to give it a try yourself. Haha, I'm afraid you've got to be a Puppet Master for that. Yeah, you want to be a Puppet Master, do you? Quite the hasty one, aren't we? Well, if I had time, I'd be glad to teach you the ropes, but I can't make a living staying in the same town for months on end, now can I? I have the perfect solution. You should meet with my pupil, Iruki Waraki. I've taught him everything I know. Not only that, but he's currently the most acclaimed puppeteer in Vanadil. You should be able to find him entertaining the folk in Aht Urghan Whitegate with his automaton. He has grown far better than I. You really must witness his expertise before learning how to control the automaton yourself. Okay, so do you say the same thing after that? Yeah, okay. So that's all fine and dandy. But what else we're gonna do is, since we gotta be on Thief, I don't know how expensive they're gonna be, but we actually want to buy some things. Namely, if it's not too expensive, prism powder. 8k is not too bad for a stack of prism powder. And then hopefully they're not too bad. 7k for silent oil. Okay, that's not awfully dreadful. How many sparks of imminence do I get? Let's see. Sparks. 6,867. Okay. So we can recoup some money real quick, just so we have enough to not feel poor, but also to be able to buy, more importantly, the thieves' tools that I need to open the door. Okay, so let me buy a Bahadur or two. And then NPC him real quick. And we'll be, once I get everything unlocked and start leveling like crazy, we'll be making up and making more sparks, making more money. And the sell price on those actually went up because my fame has increased. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so we're gonna warp ourselves over to the Mines District real quick, because this is the age of warping. Where we actually need to buy these thieves' tools from, I believe, is Boyd's Knickknacks. You can buy them in other places, but this is the only one I can think of right offhand. And I mean, they're not any more effective if you buy them somewhere. Oh my god, 4,000 a pop. Woof. Yeah, we'll go with the cheaper version, and we'll buy half a stack and bemoan my money. I think half a stack ought to be enough to open the door. And if it's not, then well, fuck me, I guess. Yeah. And we're going to stay on Red Mage right now, because we're not going to instantly go back. Because remember, we need the Dangraf Wadi Stone. So we're going to go to the Dangraf Wadi real quick and get that. At least if it's sunny there and, you know, we can actually get it. The Wadi Stone, unlike the other two items, is rare exclusive. If he'd asked us to get Valkyrum Sand or whatever, you can buy that on the auction house. And if he'd asked for the Sirens tier, you can buy that out of people's bazaars. But it's also a lot easier to get because, you know, it's that repeatable quest that we did way back in like the first or second, you know, recording, where you take off your weapons and then you can pick up the Sirens tier because there's no, you know, you have no intention to harm things or whatever, like the bard told us. Also, similar to when we unlocked Aht Urghan with the Geomagnetron and whatnot, the area where the Wadi Stone is found these days is clustered in the level 95 goblins or whatever, so we might have a little bit of difficulty actually getting it without dying because we're gonna have to click off invisible in order to actually pick it up. And if a goblin's looking at us, or happens to turn around and look at us, more like, there's a very low chance that we'll actually get away. So, but as long as we get the Wadi Stone, it doesn't really matter. And once we get the Wadi Stone, then we can switch to the Thief and go unlock the other two, Puppet Master and Corsair. Specifically, Thief is specifically required for Corsair, with our levels being as low as they are. We would need to be, I think with Trusts, we could probably realistically kill the Lamias and stuff in the early 70s, like level 73 or 72 or 73. The monsters in the area we gotta go to are range from level 70, I think it's like level 78 to level 82 or something like that. So like, they're definitely up there, but they're not like the most insane up there, you know? But the key would take a while to drop, and I'd rather just use Thief and go through the door. Of course, this episode's getting kind of long. I hadn't really planned to record 2 episodes, but we'll see. I guess it'll depend. Damn it. See, you can't see the zone lines in this game, unlike in 14. Even though they're a little bit jarring in 14, I would prefer if there was some sort of indication. Instead of me just having to remember where it is. But I guess it could be worse. Yeah, we got this survival guide, didn't we? Oh, we did not. Okay, well, we have it now. I would like field support. I would like re-raise 3 just in case, which will wear off when we change jobs. And I would like to have refresh just so that I cannot be bugged by having less than full MP, and it'll eventually go back to being full while I'm on the move. One of the best things about sneaking around is that it raises our enhancing magic skill. Enhancing magic is one of the harder skills to skill up because in practice you don't need to cast the spells super often, but most of them are actually modified heavily by having more enhancing magic skill, so it's kind of annoying, right? But like protect, for instance, lasts for like half an hour, so why would you cast it over and over again, you know? The spells that you would cast most would be the end spells and the barrier spells, and things like Blink and Aqua Veil. But like even those, particularly with trusts, there's a lot less reason to cast them because, you know, you're not going to be getting their effects. It's not like the spells themselves have an individual skill either, so. But at some point, I will probably stop and level up my enhancing magic skill, just in order to cap out magic skills. That's actually what we're going to have to do because the leveling process doesn't really leave us a lot of room to level certain skills. Like Elemental and Enfeebling are probably the easiest ones to skill up. And Enfeebling is probably the most important one anyway. But, I mean, why gimp yourself, you know? You wanna be as good as you can be. You want all your stuff to land. Goblin Healer, huh? These are the level 95 goblins, that's for sure. I don't think I've ever seen a goblin named Goblin. Goblin Headsman. Prim Pika. Level 95 rabbits, just what we need. I believe we need to go all the way up to these northern sections and look around for a question mark. I think it's in the one that's on the east, but I don't know for sure. Oh, there's a question mark. There's a question mark. We can see it through the wall already, apparently. Oh, but wait. Wait. Okay, so maybe I gotta go south? Maybe I went too far north? You better not have disappeared on me, like, permanently there, guy. I need my Wadi Stone. Yeah, up this way originally, there just used to be a bunch of like level 30 goblins. Dangruff Stone! Yeah! I thought it was called Wadi Stone. Legend says this precious red stone is the coagulated blood of a great Galkan warrior. So that's all cool, I guess. Let's get the fuck out of here. Warp ring, go. Now the thing is we can't actually just bring the stone to him. Remember how he said, I will not ask for payment for you this day, right? That means that if we try to trade it to him right now, he won't take it. So we actually gotta wait till Water State anyway. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to Nashmal and try to thief our way to thiefy places. Let's see, Arapago Island, Nashmau. Yep. And Nashmau has nomad moobles in it unless they change something, so we should just be able to change to thief. Also, as far as I know, in order to use thieves' tools or living keys or skeleton keys, you have to be thief main. You can't do it with thief sub job for whatever reason. It has to be thief main. I guess that's to give the job another like facet of being good, or you're like having, you know, utility. It's like one of those things. I remember that woman very well. Okay, nomad mobile. Change places. Okay, so what do we want to sub on Thief? Doesn't really matter what we sub because dicks, but I guess I'll go with monk sub just for a little extra HP in case we get like caught or whatever. And I don't have anything equipped, so let's see. So I didn't really get any gear for Thief. Yeah, that doesn't really matter, but I'm just gonna equip whatever I've got anyway, so that I can feel good about myself here. Actually, let's get that shirt out so we can use it to get crystals. Okay, let's change our subs real quick just to fill our HP up. Just cuz. Being able to survive through a single hit, like, saves me, then it'll be worth it. Also, I'm gonna get re-raise, just cuz. Come on. I mean, I can't use it. Let me use it. Let me use it. And I think I want to say we go out the northern door here. I don't rightly fully remember. I just know we need the entrance to Illusory Atoll, which I can remember where that is. I just don't remember the best way to get there. And once again, I'm going to summon my trust that might be able to keep me alive. Should we get aggro, you know, just whip out your dagger, hope that you live through a hit, and then hope that your trusts take over for you while you bravely run away. And since we're not on Mage, and we don't have our Mage sub-job high enough due to our Thief only being level 31, that's why we've got Silent, and, you know, we got the Silent Oils and the Prism Powders. And there's actually certain areas in the game where magical aggro will cause you to not use that anyway. So, you know, like, I actually think we probably should have gone out the east gate now. But we'll see. Unless that is the east gate. That is the east gate. Okay, so never mind. Never mind, they're practically the same gate. So we kind of got to go back up to where the staging point was, the Azu file staging point. But instead of crossing in front of all those imps, whenever we get to where the caracal sheeps are, I'm pretty sure, we take a left instead of a right. But if that's not right, then it's then it'll be, we take a right and we go past several imps and we have to go through a little tunnel that has like more leeches in it. But it's been an awfully long time and I don't fully remember. All we really got to do is make it to the zone line. Because where we got to go isn't that bad. Oh, my dog might start barking. My other dog had a vet appointment today, and my pop was nice and took her. So, sorry if you start hearing barking or whining. My dogs love my pop, and he treats them pretty nice. He gives them a morning walk while I'm still at work, and keeps them company when I'm asleep during the day. Let's see, I think we go to the left now. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong, but oftentimes maps function differently. It's okay, Max. I'll let you out in a minute. Treant. Okay, Max. See those things hopping? Those are Chigos. I was pretty sure they were true sight, but the guide for this said use prison powders to make sure you don't aggro Chigos. So I guess they're not actually true sight. If you walk through the water here, sometimes it'll give you a speed buff, like Flea. Other times it'll give you an intense weight buff, which will cause you to run so slowly that whatever you aggro will kill you. And other times, I think it's an imp notorious monster will spawn on top of whatever debuff or buff that you got, and it will follow you and kill you. Or, you know, you can kill it if you're strong enough. But if we were to run through that pond and get the imp, we would be boned. Okay. We're almost to where we need to go. We're just almost there. Alright, we're pretty much there. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna let my dog out real quick, so bear with me. Well, sorry about that. Hopefully you got to experience the music of Illusory Atoll. Quite a bit, you know. So, it's really nice. We can get a survival guide here, so if we die, easy peasy lemon squeezy, we just come right back. It's kind of like a ship graveyard, basically. And, you know what? I just realized we didn't talk to, we didn't talk to the dude about the Puppet Master quest. I completely forgot about that. That'll be okay. We're technically in different locations anyway, and the chance of dying going to either one is up there. The Puppet Master one is actually on this ship. But we have to talk to Iruki Wakeki or whatever. It's like right there, it's that box. But for Corsair, at least if I'm remembering right here, let's see. Corsair, look at the draw. Travel north to the tunnel, you see a ship, board, walk through, cross the plank, travel down the eastern shore, remain alert. Because Lamia, detected by sight. Travel northeast to a cave in the Iron Gate at J10. Lamian Fang key required, they say. Here we are at J10 at the Iron Gate. Okay. Once you get to the first gate, go through the first gate, turn left, and you'll find another iron gate guarded by a ghost. You don't need one for that one. Okay, so basically, what we're going to do is we got those thieves' tools. Uh-oh. 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, fuck me. Wow. I have to go use all my sparks, I guess. Well, that's okay. It probably has to do with my level versus the door or something. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and warp back to Bastock. We're gonna get some more money. And then we're going to come right back using the grounds book in the mines district. And I guess this time we'll get some living keys. They're more expensive, but I think they're better. Or I guess we could check the auction house for skeleton keys. But I don't remember exactly what those are under. I just know they're the best one. Hey, yo, dude. Can you give me items, actually? Capacity ring, huh? Capacity point bonus. Oh, we won't need that for a while. Let's see. Give me those Bahadurs. And now we're pretty much out of sparks, so I don't know. The gully, I guess? This probably doesn't sell for much, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. So. Actually, first, let's go check the auction house, because... How does Thieves' Tools work, anyway? Okay, that's good. That'll let us get more stuff. Let's see. I think it's under miscellaneous 1. Let me just go scroll down and look. Yeah, living keys. How much is the stack of living keys according to the auctions? 40k. That actually might be cheaper for like a whole stack than whatever, but let's see. What about the skeleton keys? 130k. What about a single skeleton key? 10k. I'll risk it. I'll risk it. And then what about thieves' tools? 50k for a whole stack. Well, no, that wouldn't be a deal. This is gonna be really sad if like I can't break this lock because like of the chance of not actually you know, succeeding in picking it. I know that skeleton keys have a higher chance. I think what I'll do is, since I'm limited on money, right? I've got 50k and I'm pretty much out of sparks. I'll buy like 3 thieves tools and 3 living tools or something, or maybe 2 living keys, and I'll try the skeleton key first since I spent 10k on it. But yeah, we gotta go talk to the puppet master guy first. So let's see. But you know what? This is actually pretty long already, so let me just go ahead and stop right here, and then next time I'll see you. Actually, you know what? I'll buy these keys first, and then next time I'll see you. See how much do they cost again? Let's see. So living keys, I'll buy 2. Thieves tools, I'll buy 3. And then apparently my inventory's full. And so I'll put some broadswords in there. And my centurion stuff in there. Okay. So I'll see you next time. And I'll just go ahead and meet you in Whitegate, or something, or maybe I'll start recording again right now, see how long this takes. I don't want it to take too much longer, I need to get to sleep.